But that means we're going to transition to, I'm going to assume, some not as fun news. Because this is the video game industry. And what we do is talk about the video game industry. And it's not great. Pete,
True.
how's that for a segue?
Uh, Well, it's the perfect segue to talk about everything that's been going on because,
Good tweet.
yes, we've missed a hell of a lot since we've been on here. So let's have the quick
Yeah.
TLDR on some of the things that
Oh
we
my
did
gosh.
miss.
And I'm
Um,
glad we missed it. It was terrible stuff.
Asher Sharma did some things.
Yes, she
Xbox did
did.
some things. Whether or not
Yep.
they were good things, no,
Okay.
they were not. There were job
Nope.
cuts. There wasn't studio closures like we thought, but studios going independent. Um, One of them we won't talk about one particular studio because that's going to come up later on in it. Well, two studios actually, and what's going on with them. Maybe three.
Right. Okay.
We'll talk about those later on. Um, there will be a bit more discussion about what the hell PlayStation decided to do.
What is wrong with them? What
The
is wrong with
removal,
everyone?
the removal of discs from January of 2028. We
Yes.
will definitely talk about that more later. There was obviously the GTA 6 pricing, the fact that it's an all digital game, code in the box.
With tears. With tears, people.
Yeah,
And
so no,
also
like
tears.
the so
But
yeah,
tears.
yeah,
Levels.
so the ultimate edition includes content that's locked off from the main edition.
It's horse armor all over again.
Oh no, it's worse than horse armor. Horse armor was the start. This is just the natural end
Curse
point of
you, Bethesda.
how crap this is. And believe you me, there's been some things that have been said in various Discord channels that I can't repeat on here. I cannot
Same things.
repeat.
I
Um,
love what Nana's doing in
well,
the chat.
what was it? Someone posted up something in a Discord I'm in, saying about how it was like this was when it was not long after. It was like day 5 of Sony not commenting on the disc things, and I went day 5 since I gave a crap what Sony thinks.
You
Um,
will own nothing.
so
And you will
I'm
love
not.
it.
I'm honestly not doing this for dramatic effect. I promise this because I've said it before, but I seriously mean it.
Oh, yeah.
That PlayStation 5 next to me is a paperweight now.
That
I will not be playing or buying anything on it ever again,
I will
and
be
I will be
borrowing.
selling it.
Yeah. I am likely borrowing someone's PlayStation just to play Wolverine. But outside of
I'm
that, I'm done.
well. I've made the not so dramatic decision that actually I am refusing to even buy Wolverine. As much as I want to play the game, I am not buying it.
I'm gonna borrow it.
I'm not.
I
I'm
think
not touching it.
better sauce.
I am
Okay.
not touching my PlayStation for this reason. I cannot. I've done it before with Activision. I've done it before with
You have?
Ubisoft.
I've watched you.
If there's something I don't agree with in their business practice, I will refuse to support them. And
Yep.
PlayStation, I refuse to support. So sorry,
True.
sorry, Sony, you're not getting my money. To be fair, I'd already made the purchase of Marvel Tokon before this news happened, and I was
Yes, you
getting it
did.
on Steam anyway. Even that pisses me off because I don't know if you heard about this.
What?
PlayStation ID required to play the game,
Yes.
meaning that it's now locked
Yes.
off for about 100 and something countries, like Helldivers 2 was.
Yep.
So thanks, Sony,
Not
you've
happy about that.
completely ruined the launch of that game before it even came out.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm an Apple girl. I'm staunchly an Apple girl. Have been since I was a teenager. Make of that what you will. This last I don't know how long ago, but this last update, because I take forever to update my stuff, it asked me to verify I was over 18
Yep, I
for
hate
my
that.
phone. My
Yeah,
own phone. My own phone with my browser. My dirty sites. No, I'm kidding. My browser. What I want to look at, what I want to download. It was like, no, you have to prove you're 18. Um,
no,
luckily, my email was so old. It was like, you've had this account longer than 18 years. Because that's how
nice.
old I am. It just like said, we're not even going to verify it, which is cool, but the idea behind it that I had to verify after buying a very expensive product that I own that's mine.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what's happening, but I can't do this ID crap. If
No,
I
I
buy
can't either.
something, it's mine. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, so that just puts a little bit of a,
Mhm.
not a dampener, but that's just the quick rundown of all the crap that happened over the last month, let's say.
It's the cherry on the beep cake.
The poop cake.
Yes. It's the cherry on top. Man, this week. And then we
Hmm.
forgot something else. Oh, the Steam pricing for the
Oh god, yeah, the Steam machine
yeah.
pricing. Holy crap, and that
Which
pretty much priced me
Steam
out of ever buying one.
oh yeah, like me too. Like this is I gotta say this where it's a little bit more sensitive. I don't mean it to come off wrong, but I have a little bit more disposable income than the average person. I ain't buying that. I can't afford
Yeah, I know.
it. That's
Um,
crazy. But they did explain why, and I do appreciate that. I really
I
do.
do as well, but
Uh,
actually, given the situation, I could probably go and buy a mini PC with some similar specs and
yes,
probably still do
exactly.
it cheaper, even with. Gorney, I hate to burst your bubble, but Sony have now wound back their single player output on the PC. Wolverine will never get a PC release.
Well, don't say that, Pete. Maybe one day.
No, they've officially
Somebody's got
no,
look.
they've
Okay,
officially turned around and said they're not releasing single player games for PC anymore.
they did. I know. But here's my thing. I'm gonna say this little political rant.
God damn it.
Yeah, well, I've been drinking. I'm on my third glass. But if you're out there and you have any brains in your head and you wish to read a very cool book about what is happening in today's world, go read Not a Joke, Yertle the Turtle by Dr. Seuss. You laugh, but it's exactly what's happening. And what's going to happen is that the billionaire class are going to finally realize that none of us, even me, can afford to buy their beep, and they're going to start suffering because they're not going to be able to make money off of us because you can't get water from a turnip or whatever that saying is. I think it's blood from a turnip. I don't know. Whatever that
Blood
saying is
from a
about
stone.
turnips and yeah, that stuff. Whatever that is. If there's no money, there's no money. And guess what? They can't make money. And then they will be sad. So yeah, stop standing on the backs of the worker turtles.
Yes.
I'm a Trotskyist. And
I mean, for once, I
stop.
have to actually agree with you
Yeah,
on this
you
principle.
have to we have to be able to buy things to make the people above us rich. If we can't buy things, and yeah, I am including myself
And
on the
they
little rich
they then
people,
lose money, and then.
they lose money. And also I lose money because I'm
But
American.
actually, I think that
Um,
might be the best way. Make them lose money, and then they might start winding these decisions back.
I mean, that's what they've always said. Vote with your wallets or
Oh, it's
whatever.
exactly what I'm
Oh,
doing.
Xana says, Connie says pirated then. Yes.
Yes, agreed.
Xana says, I disagree with a lot of what PlayStation have done, but I will still play it as I have to do to keep my boyfriend's account from closing. But I understand why many people are choosing to stop their subscriptions. I think that there's going to be some people who, in like Xana's case, who can't,
Yeah.
stop their subscriptions. But I still think it's going to balance heavier. More people
Hmm.
have stopped their
But
subscriptions.
but this is also on the back of the fact that 500 Studio Canal films then got removed from
Yes,
the PlayStation Store, and
yes,
even if you owned them, they took it away, like the license
that.
itself. So
And then,
what's ever stopping them from going? Well, we don't like what you're doing online, so bye.
yes,
Goodbye,
exactly. And
goodbye account. This actually happened recently with a Microsoft account with someone. I would nearly include this with the news. Someone who had like a OneDrive account and a Microsoft account for like 20 years had pictures, documents, everything on there. They lost it because they got hacked, and Microsoft couldn't even recover it and wouldn't
see,
recover
I
it.
can't, I can't
They
do
have
that.
now got their account back after posting on social media and got all their stuff back, thankfully. But it was touch and go for a hot minute.
I bet. See, 2 points. First of all, Denker is right. Well, believe it or not, PS5 emulation is coming. Yes, it is. I'm a big believer in emulation. I'm not. I'm just gonna be open and say that.
Hmm.
Um, at quite an accelerated pacing. They also they got Astrobot in game.
Nice. Well,
But
that leads me on to my next port of call is that
okay.
I've started buying some physical games from the entire back
Yes.
catalogue. Um,
Yep.
I have also decided to buy myself some bit of peripheral for my PC.
Yes, you should. Yeah,
A
just
Blu-ray drive.
oh yes.
I am
Someone
gonna
else
be
I know did
I'm gonna
that.
be ripping my games from now on, and I am gonna create illegal backups of them.
I was gonna say, I literally said on my stream on Friday, and I'm not hiding this because I own them. I am buying used old DVDs for like a pound each or whatever,
Hmm.
and I am ripping them and I have them in on a hard drive. I have several hard drives.
Yep.
I mean, yes, you run the risk of losing that hard drive, but you might as well do it
I
because
mean,
that way no one can take it away from
no,
me.
at this point, I'm quite willing to just go to CEX, spend like £20 on like a
That
bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays,
that
just back them up, return them, and then
yep,
just do the same thing. Just keep
yep.
recycling the money.
Normally, I'm very strict on you should follow the rules, you should blah blah. I mean,
No,
I don't
the
really
rules don't
no, you
apply
don't.
to them
But
anymore.
I was gonna say, I change the minute it becomes a against the consumer. The consumer should be
Hmm.
protected at all
100%.
costs. You know,
And actually, if
consumer
we
is what keeps me paying my bills, so I
exactly.
want the consumer happy. You
Me
know?
too. The thing is that
Yeah.
if they're changing the rules of ownership, where we don't actually own what we own
Yeah, that's what I was
anymore,
gonna
the
say. Yeah,
licenses now, like
yeah.
piracy is technically not stealing anymore because
Nope.
you don't actually own it. So if
Yeah.
they try to get you done for piracy, you don't own what you're buying anymore. So screw them.
Exactly, because that's what I was gonna mention, when Pete was talking about that. If you look at the fine print of the Studio Canal, apparently on the fine print, not apparently, I saw it, everyone else has seen it too by now on the internet. It says you don't actually own it.
No,
You
you
don't
don't.
own the license, you don't own anything.
No,
You
no,
don't own anything.
no,
You don't
you're
own it.
renting it essentially. All you're
Yeah,
doing is just a digital rental. So if they don't like the fact that you've said something online, bye account, bye
yeah,
purchases,
I don't
everything
like
tied
that.
to your PlayStation account or your Xbox account or your OneDrive account, your Google account, everything. One,
Nobody
especially
controls
with this
me.
whole like social
Mhm.
media like ownership, like the whole digital verification, like digital ID system that's coming
I
into the
hate
UK.
that.
The minute you say one bad thing about the government,
Yeah.
whoop, bye bye everything that you've worked for and the thousands of pounds that you spent on all your accounts. Goodbye.
Yeah. I'm too American for this. I am too like I'm in charge of me. Nobody controls me. I get to do whatever and say whatever I want. Now, do I get to say or do whatever I want without consequence? No, there's consequences, social consequences.
Yeah, social
But
consequence, not government like kickback,
yeah,
basically.
it's very difficult for me because I'm from the home of the brave and land of the free, where we have First Amendment rights. But also, I'm very, very outspoken and I'm very
But yeah, we're the
so
country that started it with the Magna Carta, and we've definitely fallen a
yes.
hell of a long way away from that.
Yes, and I am so massively uncomfortable. I'm even uncomfortable. I know this is gonna shock a lot, probably a lot of UK people. I'm very uncomfortable with this giving under 16s a freaking curfew
On social
on
media.
social media. Like who the F are you? Like
I
I don't
mean,
like
I
like
completely agree with you. I think it should be
I
down to
am
parental intervention, not government intervention. Of the
exactly, but I am very American. We have to make that very clear. So it's
no,
very difficult for
I
me.
get that, but I'm British, and actually, I still think that
Well, there you
it's
go.
government overreach. I don't think the
Government
government should
overreach.
be involved in how they dictate what they do with your kids, like fining them for taking them out of school if you want to do so.
Yes!
You might
That
learn
is
more
so
by being
weird!
outside of school than you actually do in school.
That's
But hey,
so weird to
whatever.
me.
It makes no sense to
Yeah.
me as well. But
So, Americans listening who don't know this, if you take kids, like your kids, you have to be like the parent. You're just not like a random
parent
stranger.
or guardian.
Yeah, parent guardian. You take your kids and you go on vacation because vacations are awesome and you should go to Disneyland. We should all go to Disneyland, by the way.
Not willing to
Well,
spend that
Disney
kind of money,
World.
thank you.
Maybe not now, but eventually we should all go. It'd be fun. Anyway, not my point. My point is if you as a British person take your kids out of school to go to vacation
And
on
they deem
To
it as an
Disney World,
unauthorized absence.
yes. As an American, that is so difficult for me to that's a difficult concept for me to grasp because in America, parents just rock on up and they're like, "Look, I'm taking little Susie out of school for a week. Here's my reason. Suck it." And they go.
Basically, yeah. Most
So
of the
I
time,
don't
you're
know.
only,
It's
to be fair, like most of the time when they were doing it in Texas, they were literally just going to the other side of the state because
I mean,
one, that's all
yes.
they can afford, and two, it took like a
Pete's
day to
not
get there.
wrong. Yeah, it takes like 18 hours to drive across Texas. So yes, we stayed in Texas to vacation. He's right. He's not
I mean,
wrong.
that was such a terrible stereotype, but
It's
actually, it's
terrible, but
somewhat
it's
accurate.
true. It's very true. But yeah, 7 Irelands can fit across Texas.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Anyway, shall we actually talk about like some proper news that actually happened over
sure,
the
yeah.
last week? Holy
I'm
crap!
gonna keep drinking, and we're just gonna keep talking. So, wow, I'm already half.